just a little bit, guys, just because I was surrounded by drying plants for the last 3 weeks or so, 2.5 weeks. I figured I'd talk about it. That everybody is probably familiar with the 60 and 60 relative humidity and temperature settings. But what a lot of people don't take into account is the fan speed and how much air is moving over those plants. Okay, you never want to have a plant that has that's a drying area that has a fan pointed directly at it. Okay, you never want to do that. If you want to have air movement inside your drying area, you want to have that fan on the lowest setting and pointed at the floor. Okay, it's a process called convection. It's just like when you blow some of your soup and it gets cool. It actually is the air removing that heat. The same thing happens with humidity and with the moisture inside the plant, that the more air movement that you have, the faster your plant will dry. Now, that's not the name of the game, as we know, folks, that we want to slow dry. Drying your cannabis slow is absolutely essential, in my opinion, especially when it comes to autos. Guys, one of the things that a lot of folks have always had issues with autos is they smell like hay, or there's not enough terpenes. Well, selective breeding and especially dream beans are bred so that you could never really say that, guys. They're funky from the jump. And so you want to preserve it's drying any cannabis. You want to preserve as many terpenes as you can. Okay, you want to preserve them, and that's because that's the name of the game. They dissipate and they degrade with light, with heat, with air movement, with temperature, with all kinds of different things. That terpenes, they just want to disappear. And so perfecting and getting your drying area, I always suggest that this is what I see happen so many times. Hey, I'm ready to chop my plant. What do I do now? Well, this is that drying and having an area and having a plan for your drying area is, guys, it's as essential, more essential. It's more essential. I'll say it. Screw it. It's more essential to focus on a proper drying environment. And the reason being is because you've put anywhere from 2 to 6 months or whatever, if you're growing photo periods, you've put in months and months of work checking on them every day like hey guys, how are y'all doing? Hey folks, hey. Whoa, what's going on, plants? Hey, this is what my tent sees memes. Guys, we've all seen them. We do that. I still do it to this day. Every day I go out to my plants 12 or 15 times a day minimum. And so that you want to, that all that work you put in, even if your plant's small, even if you're not getting a yield that you want, that whatever you do have, you want to make sure that it's the best it's going to be. And the way that you can do that is get in a drying environment that is proper, true, and correct. You can spend lots of money on things like a canitrol, which is totally cool. Hey, man, that's a set it and forget it type deal, and you don't really have to worry about it. You can definitely create that environment with an enclosed area and either a dehumidifier or humidifier, or in some cases, folks, both. All right. In most cases, what I've found that a small tent. Look, guys, these are the size tents that I have right here. Okay, those are the 2x4 tents. They're the little ones. They're the short guys. For most folks growing autos out there, you could put 6 or 7 or 8 plants in there, to dry them. Get you a good little exhaust fan and a good little exhaust fan. Yes, baby, that's okay. A good little exhaust fan, like an AC Infinity or just an inline fan with a controller. And then get in most cases, guys, it's going to be probably a dehumidifier, if anything. It just depends on the part of the country that you live in. And so I know my buddy Daryl, shout out to Daryl May and LaDerica, that you guys, that you may have to have a dehumidifier, okay, to be able to get all the excess moisture out of there, because that's the point, is the plants are expelling that moisture, okay? They're exploring that through evaporation, okay? They're getting drier, but you want to keep that at a controlled, steady, and slow pace. 10 days minimum, 14 days is optimal. Anything after that, you're just showing off, all right? So the drop date for today and all the good stuff.